Alright. Yeah. Alright, guys, today I just want to do like a really chill rant on Elden Ring and Soulslike games. I don't know if you ever played Elden Ring or Soulslike games, but if you haven't, you should, because in a way they are like the perfect analogy for life. Because if you've ever played one of these games, you know that they are one thing incredibly hard, and most people are not used to these types of games. Today, people are so used to being, cozy, going through their 9 to 5 jobs, eating, sleeping, being in an office, no tough labor, no bigger challenges, just going through the motions, going through the routine. And I think one thing we can learn from these types of games is, to overcome challenges, to beat the next boss, to get to the next chapter, to have true success. You need to try, man. You need to try harder, and you need to try like 20, 30 times to be the boss in Elden Ring. And that's how you need to approach life, man. You need to approach life like, there's a challenge. Okay, this is gonna take 30 tries maybe. Look at people who made it, like J.K. Rowling, for example. She tried like, I think 7, 8 times, I'm not sure of the exact number, to publish her books. And she failed, man. She got rejected. She failed hard, man. She must have had moments, where she wanted to give up and just thought she was a failure. But I think in the end, we live in a society where, parents, teachers, and all, the whole system is geared to make us think that mistakes are, failures. And failures are bad. There's not this constructive approach to mistakes and to failures, that they are just an inevitable part of life, man. I mean, in a way, it's the same with making YouTube videos, Not all is polished up, you make mistakes, some videos work, some videos don't. But in the end, you just try, man. You just try to get better, you just try to do your thing, you just try to do something, that resonates with you and that resonates with your audience. And in the end, you just try to make it, And you try, and try again, man. Maybe you do 100 videos until something blows up. You never know, man. But you have to try, man. And I think this hardness is something that people are not used to. That's why most people cannot really reach true success, because they lack the endurance. That's just one reason why I recommend playing these games, man. Because you get back to a mindset. It's normal to try 20 times. It's normal to fail. It's normal to make mistakes. And you get back into a mindset where failure is just an inevitable part of learning, of growth. Just to take every challenge like with the mindset of a good sportsman, man. And just be ready to learn, to grow, to fail, man. The failure isn't, something to be ashamed of. The mistakes are nothing to be ashamed of. That is natural. That it's not about what other people think of your failures or your mistakes. That it's about trying. You know what your challenges are, man. You know what your goal is. Other people don't. They might look in with a perspective from the outside, not even understanding what you are doing right now. And you still gotta do it. We live in a society where, the nicer things are shown, like Insta profiles, basically. People just tend to show off, what they are achieving. And generally, like, the toughness of life is just swept under the rug, man. I think it just gets much clearer, if you get into a perspective, all people, or many people, wake up in the morning, are a little bit grumpy, need to get themselves together, need to, conjure up some energy somehow, some motivation, yeah? It's not like it's easy for everybody. It's not like it was easy for the people that drive around in nice cars or whatever. Especially like the social media landscape, it's just geared to make you believe that. And I think the wonderful part about Souls-like games is that they get you back into a routine of trying and failing and eventually succeeding. And getting used to the toughness. There's like incredible stories of people where Souls-like games help these people beat their depression. And I think it's the expectation framework that you're coming from. I think most people nowadays, nobody is really in survival mode. Nobody needs to hunt food, or nobody needs to gather like berries in the wild, And people are used to this easy life. So I think that's the overall expectation, But these games, they get you back into a frame of expecting it to be hard. And I think expecting it to be hard is powerful, you know, and especially when it's combined with a playful approach to life, like, you know, in these games, you know, you have like the soft, playful approach, you try out, you're experimental, but on the other hand, you expect the toughness. Life is hard, you know, you have to deal with things, you have to deal with challenges, you have to deal with people being negative, you have to deal with people's attitudes. There's so many challenges to overcome every day, man. And you can pat yourself on the back for doing that. I mean, that's something you do. And if you can beat this stuff, man, you can also beat other stuff on the path to your success, man. And I think that's the incredible message that these games give us. That it can be hard, but you can still approach it playfully. And eventually, if you try again, have the endurance, have the patience, have the consistency, you can reach it. You can do it. And that's ultimately why these games are so rewarding, man, because the challenge is hard. But there's such a beauty, man, in approaching a challenge like, it's gonna be hard, I'm gonna fail, I'm gonna make mistakes, but eventually, man, it's not over until I win. So I love this motivational video where this stuff, this bit where this guy says, man, it's not over until I win. And that's basically also the essence of Souls-like games, man. You approach the game with the expectation it's hard, you need endurance, you will be demotivated, man. That's why I think these games are actually some type of self-improvement, because they get you into a pattern of trying. They get you into a consistent pattern of approaching challenges with the mentality, I'm going to try, eventually I'm going to succeed, I'm just going to try and try again. And I think that's all I want to leave you today with. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember to like and subscribe, and as always, stay awesome.